Detroit offensive line looked very pedestrian, which we had to.
But who they lose on that line?
Right.
Their center.
Absolutely. Ragnar retired, but it's just that to me is why I say Green Bay, because I see the kind of where they are in Detroit.
With Micah and Gary being able to get at the quarterback, with their offense being able to do what it does, I can't blame you. But I'm going to say this about Detroit: I am a huge fan of Dan Campbell.
Absolutely.
We have
agreed.
He might have made the wrong call here with that offensive coordinator. All right. And if you're that offensive coordinator, you don't hear me calling that offensive coordinator enough. Mr. Morton, let me say this to you on national television. You got 2,000-yard receivers, 2,000-yard running backs, and a cat in Laporta at the tight end spot. If there was one offensive coordinator in America that should be on spotlighted with a magnifying glass throughout this season, it has to be him, because we saw what Ben Johnson had that offense looking like.
I know.
You cannot have a precipitous drop-off, because if you do, Detroit has no chance.
Fair, but
you got to be able to do
come in there and replicate Ben Johnson. Nobody's coming in
the
there.
The person that was working under him.
Right, yeah.
The person that was working under him.
Yeah.
If you brought in somebody new, Kimberly, I get that. You were right there in Detroit, working with that man every day, with the same personnel. How in the hell do you go from that to scoring 6 points? Jared Goff, everybody was there.
Yeah.
Everybody was there. The only difference
Let's let it marinate a little. Week one. Let's let it marinate.
Hold on, Molly. Hold on, Molly. Seriously.
Oh, Molly?
I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying
But
week one.
I'm saying it's the same person. The only person that's different was you. The only person. Now, if you got somebody else missing, that's different. Everybody that was there for Ben Johnson was there Sunday. The only difference was Johnny Morton. Nah, you got to do the job.
Well, they've got the Bears this week,
job.
and I can't wait
You gotta do the job.
Thursday night. We got Packers-Commanders.
Yes.
So that's going to be a good one as well.
Yes,
Two great
definitely.
quarterbacks.
Yes.
in that.
I just want to see the Detroit Lions scoring some points.
Mr. Morton.
That's all I'm saying.
I mean, you already called the man out on Front Street.
Yeah.
So I expect him to respond.
After 1 week.
I'm surprised we haven't gotten a headshot, Stephen A.
We do need a headshot. Give me a headshot of Johnny Morton,
Oh, my
offensive
God.
coordinator for the Detroit Lions.
I feel like we have a new Stephen A. segment where he starts calling people out.
I'm just saying, I didn't say the
Stephen
fine
A.,
guy.
so we need like a mugshot segment for you.
What is he mad about? He needs his own
You know what?
mugshot.
You know what?
we do.
I will tell you this.
And we
I
get the heads pop up.
You've seen it. I have done it before where I've called for
Oh, I
mugshots
know.
now.
I know.
And Johnny Morton, offensive coordinator.
Okay. Settle
I need
down.
that picture.
Okay.
We're not getting
Deuce is
that.
going to take care of it.
You know who we should get a nice big
headshot.
headshot for right now? How about Asia Wilson?
Packers are the best team in the NFC. Believe it or not.
Not.
No?
I mean, did anybody see the Eagles? Did the Eagles play?
Yes, I saw that.
I mean,
If you watch those two games,
Yeah,
you emerge saying the Eagles, look, I get that they won the Super Bowl last year, but they played, look, the Lions won 15 games last year.
Whoa,
The Packers,
whoa, I get
what am I
that.
woeing? They won 15
But,
games
and they
last year.
they lost 3 of their most effective coaches in Detroit. So it's going to look different in Detroit. Who they just be, I'm saying this, don't write off the Super Bowl champions who are still a very, very good football team. I would honestly, I'm putting the Bills and the Ravens over them as well. I would have them at 4 if I had a power ranking right now. So I like what the Packers are doing. I think they're going to be a very good football team. I'm not trying to minimize who they are, but I'm not getting off the Eagles bandwagon week one.
I think if you were able to wipe my memory and all I could watch was the week one games, then I would be reluctant to move off of the Packers. But I know what the Eagles are capable of. And that they've proven it to us over a series of years. So I still got to go with the Eagles, but the Packers are coming pretty hard.
Even as a wild card team, the Eagles.
I mean, Dan will tell you they can't win the division because no one wins it back-to-back years. By the way, the Packers, no rest for the weary. They are right back at it in 2 days as they will host the Commanders. ESPN Bet has Green Bay as a 3.5-point favorite. After the Commanders, the Packers go on the road to Cleveland and Dallas. So they get by Washington. Feels like a good chance they start this season at 4-0. So let's dive into this one. And in particular, Commanders, Packers on Thursday night. Why do you view Micah Parsons' impact as the biggest storyline in that game?
Because he's just getting going, and you already saw the impact on Sunday, and that's only with being there for about a week before the first game. I want to show you guys something that the Micah Parsons effect is what we'll call it. He's going to be down here at the bottom of the screen. You're going to see him right there. He's rushing against Penei Sewell. That is a really good right tackle in the NFL, one of the best. Look at the movement after the snap by the secondary. They're able to change the picture And now for Jared Goff, the quarterback, you can't see that picture changing because Micah Parsons is in your lap. So you're throwing and anticipating that you have a guy open. You didn't see the safety Williams just drop down and get in front of the ball right here. Now, this is a terrific catch, but this is scheme. You've drawn up something, the defensive coordinator, that takes away what the offense is looking to do.
This is so important. We talked about it at length on Sunday with Alex Smith, who was a quarterback, and with Rex Ryan, who's a great defensive coach. And I'm not suggesting that Micah Parsons is Lawrence Taylor. But the point that came up was, all week long, all you do is figure out what we're going to do with Lawrence Taylor, 100%. And then everybody else can do things that maybe they otherwise could not do. Micah Parsons, they were suggesting, changes the entire defense for Green Bay.
Yeah, I think we made the point earlier that on offense, you have to build your offense around a quarterback. On defense, you're not sure always that you have a player that can do that. They didn't have that last year, and they were still the 5th best defense in football. You add a player that forces the other team to game plan around, it changes things. And also, I don't know what the opposite of a coach killer is, but Micah Parsons is that. He about to get Jeff Hafley hired as a head coach. He about to get all them cornerbacks paid. When you have a guy out there that erases your bad plays, like you could call the worst defense imaginable on this situation. You could slip in coverage, but if Micah gets back there, you are making a play.
So very quickly, like these are two teams that we think we might see in January, right? I mean, you were at the Commanders game, Graziano, on Sunday. They didn't look like they were clicking on all cylinders.
No.
But it's a big win.
But Mike is going to have a tougher time running their quarterback down from behind than he did with Jared Goff.
Fair enough. Quick thoughts on that game. It's only 2 days away.
Yeah, it's at Lambeau. I mean, the Packers looked as good as any, but there's like a handful of teams that looked awesome, right? Not like they're still putting it together. The Colts were one of them, the Chargers. Yeah. But the Packers were right there. And man, I just think it's arrow up. That defense is in its second year of that scheme that they were just learning last year on the fly. And then they add a difference maker like this. The coach, we talk about the coach, Matt LaFleur deserves praise as a head coach too, the way we talk about Kevin O'Connell.
I will also say, and I think we told you that it's a 3.5.9 right now. I'm surprised it's not a little more than that.
Washington.
It is. They're really good. That's the point.
Absolutely.
It's a great chance. If Jayden Daniels and company go in there and win that game, the conversations here Friday are going to be fun.
The matchup is how does Jayden Daniels deal with this defense? And the way that he has started his career, he's calm,